Welcome back to Finding Your Hidden Superpower, Autism, Asperger's, and those of us who are neurodiverse. So this episode is going to start a new phase in my program, in which for the last 6 months I've been using OpenAI to assist me in helping me develop concepts and help me write scripts. And AI is here. AI has been here, and it's taking over, making our lives much better, hopefully, or could lead to dystopia, or it may just not change anything. So, what camp are you in? So, the camp I'm in is I think differently than most other people because I'm a highly adjusted autistic person. So, autism is only 2.3% of the population of the world. So, I think differently than everybody else that's around me. Because, if I'm around 100 people, there's only 2 to 3 people that are going to think similar to me. And as we know, autism itself is mostly based on the way they diagnose is based on how you get along with people that are neurotypical. So if you are easily triggered or triggered by different things than neurotypical people, that's what they're looking at. And so they look at how you can communicate to others that are neurotypical. They look at how you're able to handle crowds and handle people and get along with people. So we think differently. And a lot of people that are in the computer world are on the spectrum of autism. And so a lot of the people that are making AI are already think the way we think. So the question is, are you going to take advantage of this? Because this is just like when the internet came out, or just like when cell phones came out. And it's probably even stronger and going to disrupt more industries and disrupt society more than those 3 things that have happened in my lifetime. Um, and so now this is democratizing technology. So anybody can use it. You can get on, you can use it for free by going to Microsoft Bing, and you can open up the sidebar when you download Edge, and then you got AI. Now, the problem is that unless you go to OpenAI's Plus program, which I've been using for the last probably 3-4 months. You're able to use Chat GPT 3.5 unlimited. Um, Microsoft Edge is free, but it's not necessarily unlimited. Supposedly it's unlimited now, but I haven't really used it. I've been just sticking to what I know right now. And one of the things that also is another thing is that there's also another format, which is called OpenAI Playground, in which what you do is you give your credit card, or you can give a debit card, or whatever, and put it into ChatGPT's OpenAI's Playground. And what it does is I think last time I looked, it cost uh, like 2 tenths, well, it's 0.000 cent, 2 cents per token, which a token is roughly 3/4 of a word. And so I ran a thing that took me like 2 hours because I went down a rabbit hole because I used one of these, not Open AI, but it was something else. It was God Mode AI. And it took me down a rabbit hole in which a lot of us autistic people, we can go down rabbit holes. and this rabbit hole wasn't fruitful. And so one of the things that you gotta do is you gotta learn what is all this stuff. There's going to be a lot of hype behind it, and there's going to be some people that are pessimistic about it. The world's going to end. If you listen to network news, um, the world's going to end. You're going to lose your job, no matter what it is. If you look at you know, there's all sorts of information. So, in the coming episodes, I'll give you the information that I've been listening to. And what I'm going to do is my take on AI is going to be from an autistic point of view. How can somebody with either high functioning or mid functioning or even low functioning people use this to their advantage? Because we need a leg up. Society has pushed us down because we're not like them. So now take advantage of technology, find out about it. And so this is where I'm going. So check out OpenAI, and you can check it out for free. Um, and there's a $20 per month. I'm not selling anything. I'm not going to be selling anything. I'm not going to be pushing anything. It's just my experience and my experience over the past couple months. I've I usually well, I've been able to find high quality people that know stuff, and one of the problems is that they know way more than I do, and so I'm not going to be a computer programmer. I'm actually decided to go back to school for psychology. One of the reasons is because a lot of people are going to be losing their minds in the next couple of years, and I'm going to be there to help them get their minds back, because we're going to all have to think differently. And for a lot of people that are autistic and like people to try and adjust to their problem, that problem's going to be magnified by a million in the next couple of years, because you're going to have to change the way you look at the world, and look at the world differently, but you're going to have to adapt. It's adapt or die, and that's the way it's always been, is adapt or die. And that's why a lot of times people that are low functioning autistic people, they're still living at home with their parents. But if you're like me, where nobody understood you and you weren't low functioning enough to, ride the short bus at school, and but you were weird enough that you got picked on in school, that was me. And I didn't graduate. I ended up getting a GED, but right now I have an AA in psychology, and I'm about ready to go back to school for psychology and go all the way maybe up to a PhD, because a lot of the people that I know that are PhDs, I know things differently than they do because I learned it myself, and I went in the wrong end of the funnel. In school, they start general and then they go down specific. What I would do is I would start specific and go out general. That's the way I am. That's the way I've been, and that works best for me. And at the time, it made me feel really bad because I learned things differently than other people, but that's the way I learn things, and that's the way it works. Now, with OpenAI, ChatGPT, you can go in anywhere in the funnel that you want. You can probably even drill holes in that funnel and plug them yourself when you want to in order to get that information. So, with that, this is the end of this video, and I'll upload it, and we'll take a new venture into something totally different. And hopefully, because basically my channel died, it was never really alive. The most I ever had was like 100 people, 100, 200 people watching any video, and they were roughly were watching it for maybe anywhere from 30 seconds to at the most 4 minutes. And I was publishing 25-minute videos. So this is already gone 10 minutes. YouTube, average, even the most successful channels, people only watch their YouTube channel before they turn it off for about 4 minutes. So I want to try and keep these super sweet and short and move on because I'm not going to be making any money on this. And but hopefully I'll be able to help somebody with this. And that's the overall goal. So thanks. Have a good day.